I want to share with you 4 truths that are good for your life. These are absolute truths. These are not my ideas. This is biblical Christianity. This is how you live. These are the categories you need. Number 1 is we live in a dark world. I'm very much an optimist, but I also need to be a realist. You and I live in a very dark world. What does that mean? That means that there's sin everywhere. That means there's so much unbelief. There's so much evil in the world. This is why we have lawyers. This is why we have the police. This is why we have the military. This is why we have laws, because there is so much evil. Amen? This is why you have rape. This is why you have murder. This is why you have divorce. This is why you have adultery. This is why you have addiction, because sin is in the world and we live in a dark world. I'm still an optimist because I know the story that Jesus is the light of the world, and there's a lot of hope in it. There's a lot of good things still going on, even in a dark world. Jesus is the light of the world. There's no other way. I don't care who you love, who you like, and if Jesus is just an option, he's a light, but there's other lights. No, there's not other lights. He's the one and only. He's the light of the world. He's got the exclusive claim on that. There's nobody else like him. He's the light of the world. What does this mean when Jesus says that? What it means is that he's the only way for salvation. That's what it means in its clearest sense, that there is salvation in no one else other than Jesus Christ. Your greatest days are only found in a relationship with Jesus Christ. Number 3, we must follow Jesus. That's the second part or third part of this passage. Implication here is that you need to follow him. Some of you know about Jesus, but you just don't follow Jesus. Following Jesus is part of the Christian life. You don't have to follow him at such a high speed that he is blazing through life and you could never catch up because he's just too fast. All the time in the Christian life is described as just walk. The Christian life is a walk. You don't have to be super athletic. You just got to walk. This is why a lot of old people go early in the morning and they go on a walk. And they're going to live longer because they're walking. I don't see a lot of old people running. I mean, that would be cool. You go to Colorado, you see the old people running up and down that mountain. You're like, how did you do that? Well, they started walking early. Number 4, you need to know this, and I've said it so many times, that you're the light of the world. The church. You, Christians, you're the light. Let me walk this through. So we have the light of life. That is the phrase that I'll work with, John 8:12. Jesus says, whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have, help me out, the light of life. You have it. When you receive Jesus Christ, you have the light of life in you. You see, I don't know if it's a gift, but I think the people probably that have the gift of discernment can see like the goodness of Jesus Christ in other people. And then they encourage them. Or they can see that someone's struggling or in darkness, and then they say to them, are you okay? And that person says, no, I'm not okay. We have the light of life in us when we receive Jesus Christ. It's any metaphor for us to understand that we have something incredibly special that is eternal, ladies and gentlemen. It's the best thing. It's the light of life. It's what's good and right.